Before we start the video, guys, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Let's get it, y'all. It's your boy Foreman. Today I got a Game of the Year nominee for you guys. I have some Patriots Seahawks gameplay. This game was a really good game, and it came down to the wire, so this possibly could be my very first lost upload onto the channel. Now, even though this was a Game of the Year nominee, in my opinion, I kind of thought it was a blowout. It should have been a blowout, but I had a lot of drops and mishaps that kind of just happened on Madden. Early on in the drive, as you see, Bobby Wagner is laying the wood. And that's going to be a very common denominator in this game, how many hit sticks I get on this guy. Because I firmly believe if you can lay those hit sticks throughout the game, it'll pay off in the long run, and eventually you'll get that fumble that you're looking for. Now, even though he does a really good job of quick hiking me, catching the edge with White, and getting up the sideline, I bring him down on the one. And now this is where my goal line defense tries to come into play and get me a stop. But he sneaks in with Tom Brady. Tip for you guys: I know a lot of guys don't run the QB sneak this year because you fumble a lot, but if you put your settings on conservative, you can run the QB sneak without worrying about the fumble. Right here, he gives me the 3-4 odd look, so I'm coming out of my blitz pickup, and I know this is man-to-man, so I just hit the corner route, quick 30-yard gain. So anytime I see that look, you'll see me come out in my blitz protection. I'm only going to put about 3 routes out on the field, and I'll make my read from there. If you put the correct 3 routes on the field, even if it is a fake blitz, you'll still be able to get a completion. Right there, I thought it was cover 2. He did a really good job of disguising his coverage, and I throw in the coverage and I throw a pick. So now the pressure is on me to hold him to 3, because when you're playing against good opponents, a 2-possession lead could easily mean the end of the game. So right here, you see me loading up on his trade open formation, because although this was my first time seeing it, I'm starting to realize it's a very, very heavy run formation. There's really not a lot of pass dots out of it as I lay the hit to him again. So what I want to do is load up on that run and force him to make some passes out of that formation that he may not want to. I feel like if I can do that, I can force him to throw in the coverage as I do right there, but they give me a bad animation and I go behind him and I give up the 4th down conversion. So now he's playing it smart and he's starting to go into a more conservative type so he can guarantee himself at least 3 points. Right there, he does a really good job of hitting that, I think it was an angle route from the wide receiver, as Bobby Wagner lays the boom to him again. I'm putting a lot of hits on the ball, so I'm really hopeful that I get that fumble that I'm looking for. So at this point, all I want to do is hold him to 3. I feel like if I can hold him to 3, I can score coming out of the half, and I'll be fine. Right there, he throws in traffic right at Bobby Wagner, but I don't get an animation. And that's going to be a really big common factor in this game. You'll see that I don't get a lot of animations on plays that I feel like I should. But even though my guys are not on aggressive, because that's not something I do, we are doing a great job of laying the wood. Right here, we take away everything across the middle, and as Tom Brady rolls out, you'll see my user roll out with him just to take away all those playmakers as I shoot the gap and blow him up in the backfield again. I hold him to 3. So now, guys, I'm going to run the ball a few times, see if I can break something. If not, I'll go in to the half and regroup. I really feel like I can move the ball on him with my pass game, but I just made a bad read, and one bad read can change the whole complexion of a game. And that's what I tell a lot of guys who say they don't go for on 4th downs, and a lot of my sim guys, is you kind of have to, because Madden is only 5-minute quarters, so your possessions are minimized. So you have to make the most and get the most points out of your possessions. I'm not saying go for it on 4th and 15 and things like that, as I tried to slide, but it wouldn't let me right there. But it's important that you maximize your possessions. Right here was the look I thought I had the first time. I thought he was in cover 2 that first time, and that time I actually caught him in the cover 2, and was able to hit my deep corner route as I hit the check down. This drive is extremely important that I get 7. If I don't, the game is over. So right here, I seen late, I had that streak up the seams. So you'll see me go right back to the play because I want to see if he's seen it or not. If not, I got an easy touchdown as long as Russell makes the throw. Right there, I see I have it. I pass lead it up. Boom, possession catch, and then it was just up 2 more to hold on to the ball. Now right here, I feel like I have everything that he wants to do. I see that slant route, and I now know he wants to hit that slant route when that receiver is ISO'd on that side of the field. So watch as that comes into play. 2nd and 8, I knew he wanted the slant route. Boom. I jump it with Wagner, and Wagner takes it to the crib for the pick 6. My defense comes in clutch for me again. Now I am in command of this game, and it's up to me and my defense and offense whether or not we win it or not. As you see, he rolls out with Brady, so I'm going to roll out with him. I'm going to take away all those routes rolling to that side of the field and force him to throw across his body. As you can see, if you know a guy has runs that primarily go to one side of the field, as I drop the pick right there, then slide your line to that side of the field, and then it'll be up to you to take away anything up the middle. What I noticed about that Trey Open is I bait him again, and I don't get the pick. What I noticed about that Trey Open, it's 4th down, good SWAT game, my ball. But yeah, like I was saying, what I noticed about that Trey Open formation, guys, there was no runs that went to the left. So I knew I can load up on the side he went to the toss with, and then when he tried to run it looked like a trap type up the middle, I could shoot the gap with my user and blow that up. So I did not have to respect the left side of the field for the run it off because I didn't think he didn't have any runs that went to that side. It was just something I noticed, so I was able to take that away from him because that play looked to be his bread and butter. So right here, you'll see I'm trying to get some points. I think the game kind of glitches out right here, but I go up the field and I went to slide with Russell, but it gave me a diving animation. And as I dove forward, I hit McCourty's foot and ended up fumbling the ball, which was a really, really, really crucial mistake on my end. I can't really say my end because I don't know exactly why I didn't get the slide animation, but now he has the ball, all the momentum with the chance to go down the field, and I'm not catching my picks, as you can see right there. He's throwing in the traffic on a consistent basis, but he's not being penalized for it. Again, right here, he throws right at my user. I don't get the animation for a pick, and he actually catches it. I'm doing a really good job of shutting down his run, but as usual with Madden, if you give someone enough opportunities, eventually they'll cash in. Right here, I'm playing for the screenplay out of that formation, and he doesn't hit me with the screenplay, and instead he does a nice check down to the flat routes as I do a good job of wrapping him up. Again, right here, I'm looking for that guy. I jump the route, and he actually gets the completion in double coverage. So now I have to go down the field and get 3. I do a good job. I hit my corner route right here. Even though it's 23 seconds left, I don't get the spec catch when I should have hit my check down because I do have timeouts. So you'll see on this drive, I will hit that check down because I know his coverage will be playing deep. So if I do go to the check down, I can get about a good 8 to 10 yards. I just have to be really smart with the ball. As I do right there, I hit the check down. The check down gets me 8 yards, but I'm not able to get out of bounds. Only 12 seconds left, and I need about 20 yards so I can be able to kick the field goal and go into OT. I do, as he comes out in that same blitz formation, he does a good job. But every time I motion him across, he'll reset the play, and then when I bring him back, he'll show the blitz. So I see he's sitting at 6, so I'm just going to block my running back. 6 should be enough to pick up the blitz, and I'm looking to get that corner route because I know this is man-to-man. So I'm doing it in my head. I know that's 6. Boom. I pick up the blitz, hit the quick corner route because the cornerback was playing back off the wide receiver, so I could hit it before he even went into the break. Quick tip for you guys who have to kick these ice field goals. Line it up initially when you come out so you have it already figured out. And the moment you come out in the ice, hurry up and kick it. The longer you wait for the ice, the more likely you are to miss that field goal. I had already lined it up before he iced me the first time, so I know what I had to do with my analog sticks to get that field goal in. Right here, I just drop back with Wagner, and I'm just going to look to just play everything deep. I make the tackle, and we're heading into overtime. I already know I'm going to lose the toss because I haven't won an overtime toss, I don't think, at all this year. Yeah, I want to say I'm like 0 for 6 on these tosses, so it's usually up to my defense to get me a stop and then go down here and win this game for me. So as you see, I lose the toss. Now my defense is right back on the field, which I'm not upset about. I really have a lot of faith in my defense to create turnovers because I create a ton of them. So, right here, I already know everything he wants to do. It's just up to me to use her correctly, put my guys in the proper situations to make plays, and I have to be smart on whether or not I use flats or flat zones or yellow zones, because that can be the huge difference, because he's doing a good job of mixing up that check down and that angle route. So I have to be smart about which zone I use to take it away. Right here, he comes out in the I form close. I haven't been concerned about his run game much because I've done a good job of stopping it after I realized how to lock up his tray open. Again, I hit him in the backfield. As you can see, Sony Michel, 8 rushes, 7 yards. So he comes out in that tight slot. I already know when he comes out in this tight slot, he wants to hit that corner route with Edelman. So I'm making my adjustments right here. I'm coming out in just a cover 3, and boom, he does a good job of actually hitting me underneath with a route he hadn't gone to yet. So now I have to put that in my Rolodex, and the next time he comes out, I'm probably going to have to bait that 84 and then jump up to that corner route, or probably just cross man Edelman with a safety or somebody who can come across and try to make that play for me. Right here, he does something good, unexpected again. He runs the ball out of that bunch offset, which he hadn't done either. So he's throwing a few wrinkles that are unexpected, and it's getting them yards. But as long as he doesn't break the big one, I feel confident that I can still get a stop. I've been putting a lot of big hits on his receivers and runners, so I just have to continue to play well. Again, Michel picks up the first down, but he takes a hit and he doesn't get much. He has on shoot clock, so I don't know if he knows the rule that if he does kick a field goal, I still get the ball, because shoot clock really has no relevance in overtime, and I think he'll turn it on eventually as he starts to move the ball. Boom, right there again, he goes to the split close. We hit him at the line of scrimmage. Really good defense on my part. I'm waiting for that pass because I know where he wants to go with the ball. Right here, I already know he likes to hit everything short. So I take away that one. He does a really good job again of finding his check down. That was something this guy was really good at. If I took everything away, he always had a running back on the delay route out the backfield that he would dump the ball off to. And whenever I would play the delay route, he would put another route on the field, boom, as I light him up again with Wagner. That would attack a part of the field where I didn't have a yellow zone at. So right now we are in a crucial part of the game. I don't want to let him get in the red zone because it's going to be really difficult for me to get that stop as he hit Dorsett, and boom! Wagner comes up and lays the boom. We've been physical with the guy all game. Wagner had about 10 hit sticks this game, and he finally jarred the ball loose for me. I felt like I deserved that because with all the missed interceptions, this game to me should not have even been close. So now we're going to play smart. I'm going to try to run the ball, get in field goal range. I already know I'm going to have to pass it because his run D has actually been pretty stout. So I wasn't able as I hit a party. Shout out to my man Kobe, stay open, man. So now I'm going to come out. I'm going to try to run the ball again. And then third down, I come out with the pass. As he does a really good job of blowing it up with the user D-line play, which I'm not going to lie, it had me tight. So we're going to come out in our tight offset. Right here, I'm thinking cover 3. This is the same look he got me on the interception with. But I feel like I know what he likes to do now. I'm going to put my motion slant on the field just to cover a little bit more ground and hold that user. It does a really good job, and my boy Lockett lays out and makes a great catch for me. So we're coming out again. We're going to run this ball. I only need 10 yards to get in field goal range. So at this point, I really feel like I got the game sewn up. I'm on conservative, so I don't really have to worry about fumbling as I get inside, break outside. Oh, I'm not on conservative. Ooh, get sticky one time. And I take it in for the touchdown, and I win the game, man. Please drop a like on this fire gameplay. Shout out to my boy Prime Time for a great game, man. Game of the Year nominee. Drop a like, man. It's your boy Form. I'm out, and I get at y'all next time, man. Peace.